she's the right wife.
Things to look for. Okay, one of the things to look for in a wife, the first thing you should do is take this girl to a restaurant and see how she treats waitresses.
You have to take her to the worst restaurant?
A tip. If you are a man and you're looking or you're dating somebody, this is what I tell my boys. Take the woman, take the one that you're dating to make, because y'all not having sex and doing all that stuff. Take
I'm about to thump you, boy.
Dodge it.
You ain't dodging nothing.
What if your kids are acting up and your wife doesn't want to spank them? What do you do?
I'll spank him myself until you need to spank him.
What is she like? They too young. They 5. They don't need
I had to watch one of the shot. I'll tell you that scripture.
There. We're here with Kicking It With The Calvins. I am Tabitha Calvin.
I am Antonio.
And I am his brother, Tristan Calvin.
So I got a couple questions for them. They have a couple questions for me. And let's get started. Okay, so what would you guys do if you got married, your wife doesn't like me? You have to make a choice. Me, or your wife. Who do you choose?
I choose my wife.
Why?
I choose my wife because it says to cling on to your wives. Not your mama.
Oh, okay. What about you, Antonio?
Me, I say I'm probably gonna listen to my wife because, for the straight fact that Adam had a woman pulled out of his rib when he was sleeping. So, when you marry somebody, you become a part of them. You reunite as one. Yeah.
What happens?
That's my answer.
That's a good answer. So what? An aggressive wife. What if she just become aggressive and she like, I ain't.
Well, you gonna step down, humble yourself. You need to sit. You need to sit below me. So, sit your butt down and sit below me because I lead the family, not you.
Okay, what about you, Tanya?
You're a woman. The Bible already says that the woman is supposed to be the helper. Again, this is when Adam had that reel taken out of him. Bro was slumbering. But God said that he would create a helper suitable for Adam. So you're supposed to help me. You're not supposed to wear the pants in the relationship.
Or lead. Well, okay, so what's the order of operations? Like when y'all do get your family, tell me, would your kids come first and then your wife? Like, what is the order of operations in your house?
The order of operations in my house.
Do you mean the authority?
I mean the order of operations.
The order of operations in my house is God, then the father, then the mother, then the children.
What about you, Tanya? How your house gonna be ran? Your child gonna run everything?
The order of operations is parentheses, exponents, multiply, divide, add, and then subtract. So that's what I would do personally. That's really what I would do.
Well, God does say, be fruitful
and
multiply.
So but then it's divide and subtract.
Replenish.
Divide,
subdue,
add, and subtract.
And have dominion.
But you forgot about the multiply, divide, add, and subtract though.
I don't forget nothing.
What?
But yeah, the answer to that question on a serious note is one, God would have to be first, like my brother has said. Then me, as far as authoritative level, then my wife, then I actually, no, the children don't even really get a. They have a say. It's just like a little bit higher than peasant status.
So y'all are no peasants
Y'all ain't
No, I'm talking about the children.
as far as authority.
Yes.
If it's a situation and me and your wife is not getting along, and she's saying I said something, I'm telling you no, she said something. You got your wife, you got me, and you literally are dead smack in the middle of two women that you truly love. How do you handle that? You don't know who's telling the truth, who's somebody lying. It might be me or it might be the wife. So how do you handle that? Like,
See, like Among Us, I would hit that red button and call an emergency meeting, and then I would talk about who the culprit could be, who the imposter could be, and then we take a vote. No, I'm joking, but we do everything except take a vote. It's just whoever we find out it is, we give a stern talking to.
so what if they keep arguing back and forth? Like, we keep arguing back and forth.
Well, I'm gonna
You're doing too much. You're like, no, because you said this, and no, you said that,
I'm gonna bring some extra people with me so that they can hear the story as well, and then eventually it's gonna have to lead up to the church, like how the Bible says. It's very unfortunate. Keep on arguing. I'm gonna have to bring more people with me, because if they still keep arguing, I'm gonna have to get more people, because that's what the Bible says.
What would happen if I didn't like your wife and I told y'all, you can come over, Tristan. Tonio, you can come over, but your wife cannot come. What goes? What happens? Weekend comes up. Let's say it's 4th of July.
You can answer.
It's 4th of July, and I've already said, y'all can come over, you can come over, but your wife can't come. How do you handle that? What happens?
You can sit up in this old house and turn into an old lady, because I'm not coming, and I think you would never see me again.
What?
What?
Okay.
That's a little.
What about you, Tom? What would you do?
It's my wife. It's literally my wife. It's literally my wife.
Yeah.
How would you feel if your mama did that?
To your dad? It'd be the same way. Your answer is actually right. I think the best thing would be if that's the situation, because I do not come before your wife. So if I decide, I'm literally like that, because you guys are one. So if I tell you, you can come, your babies can come, but your wife can't come, it means I'm saying y'all not coming, basically. So their answer is right. If it was my mom and my mom said, you can come, Tonio, Tristan can come, but Big Tonio, nope, he can't come, I'm rolling with my husband, because he comes before my mama, he comes before my daddy, right?
Mm-hmm.
But how would you handle it, Tonio, if that was the case and I said, you can't come? How do you go about 4th of July? Is there a future conversation you would have with me about, like, my decision to say that? Like, how do you have a conversation with me, and then do you come on 4th of July?
Well, I don't see a universe in which you would not like my wife, but I probably would not. I would on other occasions, but not as much as if you did like my wife. Of course, you are my mother, but at the same time, it's like, bruh, why you hate my wife? What does she do to you? She didn't do anything to you. Well, actually, she might have. If she did, she's not my wife. It's a different lady. But Yeah, I probably would on some occasions. But then I would explain to my wife why, if she didn't understand at that point. I don't see why she wouldn't. But yeah.
Okay.
And my wife won't, so.
Well, what did she cuss me out? She cussed me out.
Okay,
She's
so
my wife.
that's my wife. That's
No,
it's
she
not
ain't
yours.
my wife. If she cusses me out, that's a different lady. I already went over this.
No, I'm saying.
You
like,
saw a different lady. You saw a lady.
Maybe
that
she
not
was
mine.
a sinner.
No, you saw a lady that was not mine. She was not my wife.
Well, okay,
So,
so
lady.
I understand and I agree. I
Twin sister.
believe any situation can be resolved, and if I'm sticking to my guns like that, that means what? I'm practicing what? Unforgiveness. If your wife does something to me to the point where I'm like, she can't never come over here, then I'm in rebellion. I'm sure God don't want me to operate like that. God would want me to be the peacemaker, and God would want your wife to be a peacemaker, and just not cause any discord or chaos. So I want the answer. What would you do, Antonio? How does that conversation go with me? Antonio, you can come over. Antonio the third can come over, but your wife can't.
Mom.
What? I'm for real. I'm for real. She for real. Man, please do not bring her.
What did she do?
She cussed me out.
How do you know?
It happened. It happened about 4 weeks ago.
Weeks ago is crazy. You didn't decide to tell me?
You know, I told you, Tanya, quit playing with me. I didn't want to see her face. I don't want her in my house.
Okay. I know my wife ain't that type of lady, so how about we set up a time where we can talk physically, and we can bring, some people over, and we can, just have a really, really nice chat. Really, really nice chat. We can bring coffee, and we'll get you scooters.
I'm fine with all that, but I don't want her in my house.
Okay, we can go to the library. No, that's actually too public. Let's go to my house.
Okay. Maybe, I don't know. She needs to apologize, because I ain't gonna ever forgive her.
We'll see who has to apologize after the conversation. Okay, goodbye. Thank you.
You need to...
be there, be square. I don't know, but yeah, I would.
Hello.
Yeah.
I know he did.
How are you? I know.
Tristan the second, you cannot have any ice cream. And then Tristan goes and says, his mommy, which is your wife, he said, Mommy, can I have some ice cream? And she said, yeah, come on. And Tristan knows he's not supposed to have ice cream. What do you do?
Did I find out or did I not find
You
out?
found out. Oh, you found out.
I told her, hey,
Mr. Brown didn't find out.
hey, I forgot to tell you, he's not supposed to be having any ice cream. And when he asks you for stuff, make sure to check with me. Like when he asks you for some cookies, for some stuff, you better check with me before he get NT team.
Okay. Is she
And I'm gonna do something to him.
Oh. Okay. Make sure you using your authority in that. Like, no. I said he can, just like how you did him. So
That's what I did.
I would ask, this little dude 4 years old and know how to divide us already. Yeah, you. He was clever.
Don't laugh at me.
Cause you did too. You did too. Oh yeah. It was like, and I'm like, huh? You had an incident with some cookies. Your dad had already gave you 5 cookies. Y'all would eat together. He would
5 cookies.
5 cookies every day. Y'all would eat the cookies together, and Tonio would have his 5 cookies. Tristan comes in, I want more cookies. And guess what happened? I wanted the cookies and milk. I was like, what he doing with some cookies? I'm like, he said he just asked me for some cookies. So he ain't tell you now that had some cookies. He did not.
It was the size of these 4 fingers.
You got
My
something?
4 fingers.
Your stomach was the size of like these 2 fingers, literally.
What we doing? What we doing?
What happened to me? After that, what did he do?
No, he got on to me about it.
Ooh, thank God. What
Yeah.
happened to brother? What happened to brother?
He got on me about that too. He was like, man, we not.
Did we do
gonna
it again?
No, because I talked to your dad. So your dad was like, we not finna be divided. These kids not finna divide us. That's what kids do. And I thought about my childhood. I was like, yeah, if my mama said no, I went straight to my daddy. If my daddy said, I would always try to figure out who can I get whatever it is that I wanted. That was even when I was a teenager. So don't let your children divide you. Tristan, come here. And he will have a conversation. Look, if I say no, that means no. Don't go to your mama and ask her for nothing. If your mama say no, that means no. Don't come to me asking me for nothing. We stand, because he was saying we need to stick together as one. If he make a decision, it's like both of us are making the decision.
Did I do it again after you told me?
I'm not sure, but all I know is when y'all have y'all wife, she comes before me. She comes before Daddy. And y'all need to make decisions together to keep y'all bond tight. Because Satan gonna try to enter in anyways. That's his job. Like, he wants to steal that covenant. He don't want y'all to be happily married.
My question is, what would you do, hypothetically, if you found out that Daddy was speaking with another love interest?
Oh no. I will cry. It's the first thing I think of. I would be so devastated. I would cry so hard. I would be crying, like bawling. I'd probably cry for some days before I say something crazy. Actually, no. Let me take it back. I would be crying for a long time. I don't know how long, because that would really hurt me. And I would gather all the information that I have, and I would confront him as soon as I see him. It wouldn't be no. Some women, they might be like, I'm gonna wait 3 days, get all the information, see what they've been doing, blah blah. Not me. I would confront him immediately on site. And then I would ask him like, what's up? You in love with this chick? Like, what we doing? Because I ain't finna be in no love triangle. That ain't how God built me or you. So you need to tell her, I'm gonna throw them deuces. Quit playing with me. Quit playing with me.
Would you be angry at him?
I would be furious at him. Yes, I would be highly angry. I would be super mad. The mad that I
Would you forgive him?
Yeah. The answer is yes. I don't have a choice, but that would be. I would be very angry. I'd probably be the most angry I've ever been in my life. You know what? I don't want to say that, but I'd be mad. I would be angry.
How to know if she's the right one?
Things to look for. Okay, one of the things to look for in a wife. The first thing you should do is take this girl to a restaurant and see how she treats waitresses.
You have to take her to the worst restaurant?
A tip. If you are a man and you're looking or you're dating somebody, this is what I tell my boys. Take that woman, take the one that you're dating to make, because y'all not having sex and doing all that extra stuff. Take you at a restaurant, you meet, the girl meets you. Wow. This is dancing time. Okay, what would you do? What would you do? If the waiter was very bad, he did not do his due diligence, he was not good, and she had the worst attitude with the waiter or waitress. Let's say it's a man. How do you move on from there? What's one of the signs? What does it tell you about the girl?
No, I understand why would you get mad, but like that's not right though. You're not supposed to be mean to other people. And I would talk to her and say, try not to do that again, because be angry but sin not. That was the sin right there.
Okay, what's your... Oh, okay, sure.
Shooting.
This is tip thy waiter. and apologized profusely and talked to her about it.
What happens with the girl?
The girl, I'll talk to her and I'll probably be like, I don't know if we should be seeing each other anymore.
What's the reason why?
Because you got an attitude with a waiter, and it's like, bro, you were not that hungry. Like, you were not that hungry.
Well, I feel like the way people, even if it's a friend of mine, the way a person treats somebody that's serving them, it's a sign that the way they vocalize and cuss people out and treat them, that can turn on me as a friend. You can have that same mouth go coming towards me. And the same with a woman. Like if you dating somebody and the first thing I would say, if I was a dude, take her to a restaurant to test to see how she's patient. Is she patient with somebody that's not treating her the best? How does she maneuver through that? Is she gonna be getting an attitude, cussing them out, maybe throwing stuff? Like, how does she handle situations when she's not being treated the best? Because if she treats them like that, it's gonna come back to you. Better believe it. And the best thing to do is pray and keep it pushing. You're supposed to be what?
Set the fuck in this.
What are you supposed to be?
Set up.
Fruit?
Oh, me? What?
Fruit what?
What?
Fruit inspectors.
Oh.
Just because a person tell you, yeah, I believe in God, be fruit inspectors. If I fall off and I'm y'all mama and I'm not showing y'all the fruit of God, you need to be praying for me. You're trying to cast that demon out. You need to be trying to pray for me and intercede on my behalf. Okay?
Yes.
And the same with your wife. And the same with your children.
And your children's children.
And your children's children.
And your
bloodline.
children.
It's very important. So you got two friends. One of them is saying, hey, so-and-so been talking about you. And then the other one's like, so-and-so been talking about you. How do you solve that? Tristan?
One thing that I would do to solve that is schedule a meeting. I said we're gonna have a meeting at, I don't know, Dave and Buster's, but I'm not gonna tell them the other friends coming, or I could, but we're gonna have a meeting, and yeah, I will get them there, and he said, who is he? You didn't tell me to do a cover. Well, we're having a conversation, so I got you both here because I wanted to see if who was lying about this dude said this, dude said this, and we'll talk over it. And one guy's gonna be lying the whole time, so we're gonna find out. It's like the Among Us. Among Usium.
I agree. I think that's something that I've noticed when I was growing up. I had to cut through the mess. I had two friends. One of them saying, this so-and-so be talking about you and bringing me all this information. And then the other friend was, no, I didn't say it, because I would confront her. And then I didn't say that, she said that, blah, blah. So I'm like, you know what? All three of us finna sit down and talk. Because I'm finna cut straight through the mess.
Who
I'm not gonna mention it. You talking about the name?
Yeah.
I'm not telling. So, the two friends, and I was like, okay, we need to sit down and talk. And then when we sat down and talked, the story for somebody changed. I said, okay, she's the liar. She's the liar. Because this person stuck with their story. Another time is I was telling one of my other friends, I was like, okay, you saying this, she saying that. Let's all sit down and talk. We just meet up at Starbucks. Let's sit down and talk. I ain't finna talk to her because she lying. I might hit her on the back of her head. I was like, but we can literally have a conversation. It don't take you getting that mad. Because if I might have to go to jail. So my mom like, you must be the liar. It could have been that you just that angry, but I'm like, either way, you need to practice self-control. What we doing? We in our 40s. Why are you wanting to hit somebody back of the head? Because they might have lied on you. Somebody lied on me. But I'm not getting mad at you or this other person. So in my mind, cutting straight through it, when somebody bring you mess, cut straight through the thing and say, let's sit down and talk. If a man is talking about you and it's two other dudes, and the other dude is telling you, you know, so and so can't stand you, they but whatever. The first thing you do as a man, I want to talk to him man to man. I want to talk to him man to man. We sit down, we chop it up as dudes, and we cut through the chase. Why you don't like me? Why I don't like you? What's going on? Where did it start? And we talk man to man. Okay, that's what men do.
That's what you did.
Yeah, that's what somebody that's mature does. Your daddy's done it before too.